Alright, tutorial time. I've essentially done two versions of the same trick, where I am showing you four cards, but one of them is face up. And then when I count through again, it's actually a different card that is face up. And once I've done that 4 times, showing you 4 different face up cards, then I can actually turn them over and show you, well, first I can show you all 4 face up, and then I turn them over and show you that the backs aren't actually blue. The backs of all 4 of these cards are red. And then I turn over again and show you the 4 cards again. And then when I come back, they all 4 have a different back. They're not red or blue. Now there's a few things you need to understand. The first is that if I'm doing a magic trick and I'm telling you up front what's going to happen, or I'm giving you details about the trick before I've done anything, I'm probably lying to you. There aren't 4 cards here. There are 6 cards here. 2 of those cards have blue backs. 3 of those cards have odd backs. But also, 3 of those cards have red backs. These are just double backers. The cards that I'm showing you, every time, this entire routine relies on an Elmsley count. So of the 6 cards that I'm showing you, the cards that you're seeing when I count 4 are the 1st and 2nd, the 6th, and then the 1st again. And then when I get to this point, I'm pulling out one of the blue cards and putting it back on top. So I'm in position once again to show you the first 2 cards and the 6th card. So I show you number 1 and 2, and I show you number 6 and number 1. Then I bring the other blue card back to the top. I show you 1 and 2, and I show you 6 and 1. I bring the other blue card back to the top. Once again, I show you 1 and 2, 6 and 1. Now this last time, this card doesn't go back on top, because now I'm going to switch the count. Because I'm going to turn the deck over, I need the red card on top. So this card doesn't go on top, it goes to the bottom. So does this one. I pull this one out, and instead of coming back to the top this time, I put it on bottom. So now I can show you the 4 cards that are actually face up without showing you these 2. And then when I turn over, this card is actually red, and these 2 cards are red. So once again, I show you 1 and 2, I show you 6, and I show you 1 again. Then I flip back over and say that I'm showing you 4 cards. I actually show you 3, because if I showed you 4, you'd see the back of the double backer. But I take these 2, because they're the odd back, and move them to the bottom, so that when I turn over, they're on the front. The 3rd odd backer is already on the bottom. So now I turn over again. I show you cards 1 and 2, card 6, and card 1 again. There aren't 4 cards, there are 6. 3 of them have an odd back, 3 of them have a red back. For the opening session, I'm showing you the same 2 blue cards repeatedly and a changing face-up card. Every count you see 3 cards. You're either seeing 3 red cards, 3 with an odd back, or 2 blue cards and a changing face-up card. You're only ever seeing 3 cards in any of those counts. So if you want to do this trick, this is the order you need to have them in. 3 odd backers in reverse order. So if you want to, the first card you want to show goes on bottom. The second card you're going to show shows on top. The third card you're going to show goes third. Then you need your fourth card to have the red back. And your top two cards are double backers that match the back of this card. And that's all you need to do is learn an Elmsley count. And you show these two cards, the bottom face up card, and show this card again. And then when you push this card in, you're pulling this card out and putting it back on top. And you're in position to show 1, 2, and 6 again. 1 and 2, 6 and 1. And again, this one goes to the top. And what's happening behind, I show 1 and 2, and then I show 6 and 1. You're just repeating the same count over and over again. 1 and 2, 6 and 1. And when you come to the last card that you want to show face up, this one, instead of going on top, goes to the bottom. Then as you push this one in, you also pull this one away, and it goes to the bottom. Now you can show all four face up without showing these two. Leave them in the same position and turn them over. And now these two are red, and number 6 is red. So again, you show 1 and 2, and you show 6 and 1. And you turn them over, you show 3 cards, not 4, because these are out of order now. You show 3 cards. These are your 3 odd backers. This one stays on bottom, these 2 go to the top. Turn back over again, show 1 and 2, show 6, and show 1. There are your 6 cards. I hope you perform this. I hope you do it well. Just do me a favor. If you're going to perform this, practice your Elmsley count a lot. In most videos, when you see an Elmsley count, it's going to be presented as a way to show 3 cards as though they were 4. Because that's what it was originally used for. 1 and 2, 4 and 1. You're hiding the Here, this will make it easier. You hide the 3rd card. So 1, 2, and 4. You show 1 and 2, and then you show 4 and 1. That's how the Elmsley count is taught, with 4 cards. But you show 1 and 2, you put number 1 on the back, and push numbers 2 and 3 rather, to the side. And you're pulling back number 1 as you bring back number 4. So if you add cards in here under that 3rd card, then you're still doing the same thing. You take card 1, and as you push over card 2, you're pushing everything except card 4, which in this case is card 6. So you take the top card, you're putting it on the back and stealing it again. But as you're putting this one on the back, you're using your thumb to press over everything but the back card. So all 3 of these go. Or excuse me, all 4 of these actually. So you take card 1 off, and as you're moving it to the back, you're supposed to only be taking this card. You're actually pushing everything but the bottom card. And then card 1 comes along with it. So now you show card 6 and 1. So there's really no difference between showing 1, 2, and 4 and showing 1, 2, and 6. But learn your Elmsley count well and practice it a lot, because you don't want to be trying to do this and be flashing cards. That just makes you look bad. I promise. Because if I tell you there's 4 cards here, and I show you this one, and then I try to separate and end up showing you 3 aces, that kind of kills the illusion. So you need to practice and get it to where you can just show cards 1 and 2, and then just show 6 and 1. When you push that block, you need to make sure that you're not separating it. And the way you're doing that is you push down into the fingers with the thumb, and then you just slide. And that's going to cause this whole block to move except for the back card. And then your first card is just coming along for the ride. That's all you need to do, is make sure that you're pushing that block without separating it. But it's not as easy as it looks. So practice that a lot before you try to perform this trick. Other than that, that's the whole routine. I hope you guys use it. I hope it helps. Thanks for playing along, guys. I'll see you in the next one.